Hello everyone, welcome to the beer garden. So just after the big day in Hong Kong racing, after the Hong Kong Derby day, I guess that Joe is now still celebrating for him picking the winner, Romantic Warrior. So we will see him next time in our show. So today we will have Sarah and Steve along with myself talking about our selection on this Wednesday at Happy Valley. So punter should be aware that because now it is raining outside. So according to the prediction of the Hong Kong Observatory, it will still keep raining until the morning time on Wednesday in Hong Kong. So the ground may be soft on Wednesday at Happy Valley. We should be aware of this. So let's go directly in the triple trio and then followed by our best bet and value bet. So the first leg of the triple trio will be race 5. It is a class 4 race over 1650 meters. Sarah, who do you like?
I'm coming in with the lightest weight here with the 12 Lucky Missile with Moreira. Moreira staying aboard. He is jumping up in class as he's been racing in class 5. Now he's coming into a class 4. So he will get that break in the weight, and he's also coming back in distance a bit. I think what's really going to show, he's been showing some great improvement over at the Happy Valley track at that 1800 meter distance. Also has tried it out at the 1650 in the class 5 circuit. He's just been very much improving, very much. Moreira seems to be getting very comfortable knowing when to turn this horse on and come the stretch. I really think though that Viva Popcorn is going to pose a huge threat because they are both closers, and Viva Popcorn, as we've seen over and over again, has an unbelievable closing move that he likes to make. But I think Lucky Missile is going to be battling him for that deep closing move. So I think those two might have a bit of a duel there come the stretch. So we'll see how that goes. But 12 Lucky Missile is my pick here.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear that Sarah just mentioned Viva Popcorn because I'm going to pick him. But yeah, Lucky Missile is a great horse. Just last time I was run it impressively, and this time also right draw. But Joe Moreira on board, I'm sure he can overcome it. And Steve, how about you? Who do you like?
I went for number 5, Nimble Nimbus, drawn 6 with Matthew Poon on board. Normally it's Harry Bentley on board. He skips it this time, goes somewhere else, switches to ride Ice Legend. But I like Nimble Nimbus. He ran his first race at Happy Valley last time, and it was a very good run. It was a very respectable third. Hoping Nimble Nimbus can go 2 better this time. As Sarah says, though, a good chance also for Lucky Missile to record back-to-back wins, and also the likes of Viva Popcorn, and of course Glorious Lover. My goodness, when will Glorious Lover finally get a win? Probably never, the way it's going. But he tries Visor for the first time. But for me, Nimble Nimbus under Matthew Poon.
Yeah, for Nimble Nimbus, he will be ridden by Matthew Poon on this Wednesday, so there will be a weight allowance for him. So I also think that he is having quite a good chance. And for Joe, he has his value bet here. He likes number 7, Our Quid. I think that this horse improved a lot last time out over this course and distance because he used a new tactic to lead and just beaten by less than 2 lengths only. And I think that it was a quite solid performance compared with the previous starts. So this time, Joe's value bet Our Quid will be jumping from gate 4. Currently, the price is $12. I also think that he has quite a good chance here. And for me, I just mentioned that I have my best bet here. That will be number 2, Viva Popcorn, because this 3-time course and distance winner will be ridden by Zach Porton again. And it is good to see that Zach will be on board because he scored 2 from 2 on this horse previously. And last time out, I think it was quite forgivable because when it was ridden by Jerry Chow, and then the gate 10 will be a bit difficult to overcome. But this time, Viva Popcorn will be jumping from a better draw, gate 5. I think that he can stay in a better position. So it is my value bet. So it will be my best bet on Wednesday, race 5, number 2, Viva Popcorn. So to recap the first leg of the triple trio, number 12, Lucky Missile for Sarah, number 5, Nimble Nimbus for Steve, and Joe has his value bet here, number 7, Our Quid, and my best bet on the card will be number 2, Viva Popcorn. So in the second leg of the triple trio will be race 6. It is a class 4 race over 1200 meters. Sarah, who do you like?
This was a tough race for me. I feel like it's a very wide open race. If you could just see my notes, you could see all the horses I would start making notes of, and I'm like, oh, then I settled on the 7 here, Street Scream with Charene aboard. You do get a slight weight break, but he had a really interesting run. If you watch the replay of his last race in March over the Happy Valley track at 1200, jumping out of barrier 12. So now he's jumping out of barrier 11. We saw the performance he did last race. So the barrier draw may set him up pretty perfectly to get that win. I think he's gonna, Teton knows how to put him in that great mid position move for a nice closing that we'll see in this stretch. So I'll take my chances here. But like I said, I feel like this race is pretty wide open.
Yes, I agree. Quite a tough race here. And Charene, we just saw him winning the Hong Kong Derby for the first time last Sunday. So hopefully he can keep the form on this Wednesday. And Steve, how about you? Who do you like?
Well, I went for number 2, Stormtrooper, again, under Matthew Poon. As Sarah says, though, it's the kind of race where you could pick 6 and still get the race wrong, I think. I mean, the likes of Miracle Victory, the top weight, he'd won his first 2 races this season, and 8th last time. He could easily bounce back. And Triple, I think, did we all nearly all go for Triple the last time? I think 3 of the 4 of us picked Triple, I think. And he ran well, but I'm just wondering if 7 years old now, whether he's starting to lose a bit of that zip, bit of that speed. I think See You Again's interesting as well, Joe Moreira. And but yes, I'll go for Stormtrooper. He likes this course and distance. He went up £2 for a good second to Valiant Elegance last time, and of course Poon takes £2 straight back off again. He's also landed lucky with barrier 2 again. So for me, without a great deal of confidence, I'll go for Stormtrooper.
Yes, right. So Steve is going to select another mount ridden by Matthew Poon. Currently, Stormtrooper, the price is 9.7, quite a good price here, and he should be included in our triple trio selection. And for Joe, his selection will be number 6, just mentioned by Steve. See You Again. I think that he is quite an up-and-coming 3-year-old, and among his 3 stars before, he is quite a dynamic one. So this time up to 1200 meters with Joe Moreira on board from a good draw, gate 6. I hope that he can still keep the form. So Joe will select number 6, See You Again. And for me, I'm going to pick another up-and-coming one, but he's 4-year-old. That will be Zach Purton's mount, number 9, Excellent Pierce. Because I think that last time out, his performance was quite solid. He was finishing 5th, but in that field, the first 4 horses were staying in front. So it is a race that dominated by the front runners. However, Excellent Pierce can show a good turn of foot to chase well, and so hopefully this time he will be jumping from a better draw, gate 5. I think he is having quite a good chance here. So to recap, race 6, the second leg of the triple trio, number 7, Street Scream for Sara, number 2, Stormtrooper for Steve, and number 6, See You Again for Joe, and number 9, Excellent Pierce for me. So let's talk about the final leg of the triple trio. That is race 7. It is a class 3 over 1200 meters. Sarah, who do we have?
Well, my value bet comes in here, and I noticed, at least in the Australian market, when I was capping this yesterday, my value bet, the 4 Lockheed, was at 53. Now he has dropped to 16, but I still think you're going to get value. He's going to take money because we have Zach Purton aboard, which I think was a big red flag to me. I was like, ooh, I got to look into this horse. We haven't seen Zach on this horse since November, and this horse hasn't raced at Happy Valley since last June. So he's been trying out Charene, hasn't had the greatest of luck, but we come in here at 1200 meters. This horse is finding its form, but I just think Zach Purton must know something or something to take this horse. So I'm really going to put my trust here in Purton here. He has plenty of experience at this distance. Like I said, mostly at Charene. He has 12 runs at the 1200 meter with 2 wins. So I think you're going to get some great value, but I really think it says something that Zach Purton's choosing this mount, and I'm putting my faith in him. So that is the 4 Lockheed.
Yes, definitely. I think so. Number 4 Lockheed, currently the price is $27 in the Hong Kong markets. I think it is never wrong to pick an outsider ridden by Zach Purton. He will always surprise you. So Sarah has her value bet, number 4 Lockheed in race 7. And Steve, are you going to have your best bet here?
Yes, I am seizing the moment. Yes, drawn number 7. Thanks for reminding me. I'd forgotten there. Joe Morera. Yes, it's a really nice horse seizing the moment, and he finally got his reward for a series of good runs last time with a very nice success. He's up £7, but do you know how sometimes a win can do wonders for a horse's confidence? Maybe it can, and maybe he could win again. He seized the moment last time. Hopefully, he can seize the moment this time too.
Yeah, right. It's quite an interesting runner seizing the moment. Number 6 for Steve's value bet. I'm going to pick him as well. But Joe's selection will be number 12, Smart Idea. This is he's a 2-time course and distance winner in class 4. However, he is just 3-year-old. So I think that he is now still improving. And then this time, Smart Idea will be ridden by Harry Bentley. Again, he knows the horse quite well. And then jumping from gate 3, I think that he can take advantage of the good draw to get the rail, and which will be his best riding tactic. So number 12, Smart Idea for Joe. And for me, I will have one more vote for Steve's best bet. No, I like number 6, Seizing the Moment as well, because last time we saw that this horse was putting the blinkers for the first time, and it's this gear really helps a lot. So this time still using this gear, and Joe Morera will be still riding on him, and gate 7 will be quite good for him. I think that he can stay in the midfield, and he is able to show a great turn of foot again in the home straight. So to recap, race 7 for Sara has her value bet here, number 4, Lockheed, and Steve is going to have his best bet, which is number 6, Seizing the Moment. I will go for this horse as well. And for Joe, he likes number 12, Smart Idea. So that's all for our triple trio selection. Let's move to our favorite part of the show. That will be our best bet. And Sara, who will be your best bet on Wednesday?
My best bet comes in at race 9, which is the class 3 over 1650. And I am going, I'm going with the 11 Viva Hunter, jumping out of barrier 5. This was a really tough race. There's a lot of great, this is another wide open race, I feel like. But I'm going to take my shot here. We got Morera aboard. Some of his biggest threats here, I know a lot of eyes are going to be on Packing Award to see if he can get back-to-back wins, and of course Zone D to see if he can get that hat trick. But I like 11 here. I think his barrier draw really sets him up perfectly, as we've seen him perform his best kind of from the interior towards the wider draws here. He hasn't had a win at this track in quite some times, but he has great form. We've seen him get seconds, and we saw him, with his win in December. But I think he's going to get help coming in on the lighter side in this race. And I think that's really is going to help him out here. So I'm going to take my chances here. Like I said, this really is a wide open race, but that is the 11 Viva Hunter in race 9.
Yes, in race 9, we can see that many of the contenders are having quite good forms recently. And Sarah's best bet, number 11, Viva Hunter. When tomorrow in the finale of the cut, when we saw that the track is going to become softer and softer, it will be even favorable for Viva Hunter. So keep an eye on him. And Steve, can you remind us who is your best bet?
Yes, I went to race number 7, Seizing the Moment. He's just a very consistent horse, isn't he? He's had 8 runs. He's never been worse than 5th out of those runs. And who can remember his penultimate run? He was staying on so well over the course and distance when he was 3rd to Amerigo. In fact, he was nearer the Shingman River than he was to Amerigo. And last time he got his reward, a very good victory over Party Warrior, who was the warm favourite that day. Party Warrior is a very good horse. He's up £7 for that, but I don't think we've seen the best of Seizing the Moment. Hopefully Morera can get him over the line once again.
Yeah, I believe that Joe Morera is going to have a wonderful night tomorrow, because Sara and Steve both fellow bets will be ridden by Joe Morera. And for Joe, his best bet will be in race 2, that is number 11, Son of McPhee. I think that this horse is going to return after a short spell with a quite impressive barrier trial performance. And I think that this horse is performing better over the turf than the dirt. So it is interesting to see that Son of McPhee will return back to the city circuit. And also, I believe he can take advantage of the lightweight and gate 2 ridden by one of Joe's favorite jockeys, Matthew Chadwick. So his best bet on Wednesday will be race 2, number 11, Son of McPhee. And for me, I just mentioned in the first leg of the triple trio that number 2 in race 5, Fever Popcorn will be my best bet, because it is good to see that Zach Porton will be on board this horse again. He is having quite a good performance over this horse before. He knows the horse quite well, and I think that in Hong Kong, he is the best, he is the most suitable jockey for Fever Popcorn. So hopefully we can see that Zach Porton will win on board Fever Popcorn on Wednesday. So we can for Sara, that is race 9, number 11, Fever Hunter. For Steve, that is race 7, number 6, Seizing the Moment. For Joe, that is race 2, number 11, Son of McPhee. And for me, I like race 5, number 2, Fever Popcorn. So let's talk about our value bet. Sara, who is your value bet?
My value bet is race 7, the 4, Lockheed. And like Charene had mentioned, when there's an outlier that you get Zach Porton aboard, I'm going to take him. But this horse, he has great form. He's been racing against a lot of tough company. I mean, a lot of tough company we just saw compete in the Derby. I mean, he got 3rd in a race where California Spangle got 2nd and Rock Your Heart was first. So I think there's something there about this horse. And I think bringing him back to Happy Valley, which he hasn't had too much experience on. He spends most of his career racing at Charene. I think we're going to see quite a bit. And like I said, Zach Porton on an outlier, I'm going to take it and hopefully get some really great value here.
Yeah, definitely. Lockheed definitely has the class in a class 3 race, and he's quite a lovely grey, so I really like his appearance. So race 7, number 4, Lockheed will be Sara's value bet. And Steve, how about you? Who will be your value bet?
I went for Happy Gathering in race 4, number 9. It's an interesting horse, Happy Gathering. He's had 12 runs. And he won second up this season, a very nice win over course and distance. And I picked him for the next race. I thought he'd get back-to-back wins, but he was only 4th. He was 2-1 favourite, well fancied, but he just hasn't really gone on the way I expected him to. But it's still early days. Hopefully, he wasn't disgraced last time. He was 5th over behind Gallant Waking, who won on debut, and he's reunited with Matthew Chaddock, who was on board when he did open his account. So I'm hoping we've yet to see the best of Happy Gathering. Hopefully, he's a nice price in race number 4.
Yeah, so for Steve value bet race 4, number 9, Happy Gathering, currently the price is 7.3, quite a good value. I think that this time he can definitely make use of the gates too, and this horse is always very close to the winner circle. So I also think he is having quite a good chance. And for Joe, just to recap, he has his value bet in the first leg of the triple trio, that is race 5, number 7, Our Quid. And last time we saw that this horse improved a lot from a good draw, and this time good start again. So hopefully he can take advantage of the gates 4. And for me, I will have my value bet in race 3. I like number 9, Famous, because I quite like last time his performance over the dirt. He stayed wide with tail cover, but still beaten by only 3.5 lengths. And this time it is interesting to see he will have a gear change. He will put on the hood for the first time, and hopefully this gear can make him to be more focused. And we see that in race 3 there are quite a lot of fast horses, so the pace will be a bit fast, so it will be quite favorable for my pick Famous, because he can stay in a good position after jumping from gate 4. So I think that he is able to cause an upset here. And to recap our value bets, race 7, number 4, Lockheed for Sara, and race 4, number 9, Happy Gathering for Steve, race 5, number 7, Our Quid for Joe, and race 3, number 9, Famous for myself. So that's all for our preview for on this Wednesday at Happy Valley. Just be aware of the weather, because it keeps raining in Hong Kong. So hopefully tomorrow night when the racing commences, the weather will be better, because I really don't like raining. I don't like the humidity. So hopefully we can have some good results on Wednesday, and stay safe. See you next time. Bye-bye.